Welcome back to the news at 10. Acrylic painting techniques are different styles of manipulating and working with polymer-based acrylic paints. Acrylics differ from oil paints in that they have shorter drying times and are soluble in water. So for Osazua Osage, an artist who was chosen to embark on a journey expressing his creativity through this medium, it was by no means an easy task. Art Review tonight follows Osazua Osage through this exhibition titled My Journey in Acrylic.
A great writer once said that a man who dares to waste 1 minute of his time has not yet known the value of life. So, for Osazua Osage, it's time to make good use of it and make every second count. That means exploring new grounds and conquering new territories. That sums up his foray into a new style of painting, captured in the title of his exhibition, My Journey in Acrylic, seen in over 20 images, which tells the story of how he put pen, pencil and paper aside and set it into a new medium, then moved to a more complex terrain, acrylic.
Acrylic is a very interesting medium, you know, and I felt, well, let me just have works that will be in acrylic alone. So that, well, whatever you can do in oil, you can do in acrylic too. So that's the basic essence, you know. And I said that the works vary. It covers probably all themes, you know, facets of life and that kind of thing. So acrylic is a very interesting medium. So I find it very interesting. So I just said we should have works in acrylic this time around.
Changing lanes doesn't come cheap. It involves over 9 years of intensive practice, a lot of hard work, and probably swooping the political garment to get a coat of many colors that will see him notice the little things and paint the softer and lighter side of life.
I've gone round. I'm very familiar with him. I've known him since the early 90s. And we've been associates since that time. And he's one of the most respected artists of that generation in the country.
That's not the only thing. He also set aside his signature style, portraiture, which used to be and still is one of his fortes. He's renowned for drawings in fabulous Nigerians, but now all eyes are on their lifestyle and what makes them tick.
Look at my works, there are varieties. You have from landscapes to seascapes to human figure, you know, then things you experience, the facet of life, your day-to-day life, things you see and all that. So it's all encompassing. You know, I'm not just a market scene painter or a Mulwe scene painter. You know, I delve into very various topics and all that.
A scene in this piece which will find a place in the history of Lagos, the suburb that was a home for street urchins. But time has chased the blues away.
You always see young boys stand by their parents because of the economic situation in the country. You know, to go and hawk wares and all that, you know. In this case, they finish selling their wares, they're tired, so they're arrested by the roadside, you know. It's just about the reality of time.
Another works which says people, places, and position. Osazua Osage is one of the award-winning political cartoonists Nigeria has produced.
Most of the colors are warm because we're in Nigeria. The weather is hot here and that kind of thing. So we really have bright colors and all that. And we are used to using bright colors and all that. So that's why you see most of the themes are warm colors. You know, I'm a colorist. I'm an impressionist, expressionist. I'm a colorist. So I deal in colors basically.
He carved a niche for himself while at the National Concord newspapers in the 1980s. But make no mistakes about it, his cartoons still pop up in the papers, especially at the weekend. And this is not his first exhibition as a painter.
Nigeria spends an estimated 125 billion naira annually on fish farming, but as popular as this activity is, a lot of communities in the country still find it tedious to access funds and equipment to make it profitable. In our community report tonight, our correspondent Chris Lems on a visit to Prt.4, a fishing community in Ekpe, Lagos State, southwest Nigeria, reporting what is required for successful fish farming business.
Ekpe is one of the many local government areas in Lagos State. It is located in the north side of the Lekki Lagoon. For a first-time visitor here, it poses little or no challenge to decipher what the people here are predominantly into: fishing. Several fishing communities make up Ekpe, one of which is Ogumode, Prt.4. The Olorotun of the community, who incidentally heads one of the fishing groups, gives a background to life here.
Those who came here, they are from Lagos, Badagry part, Lagos part, where they are living. But we, inhabitants of this community, we are native of this town. Everybody has his own long work about this fishing.
Houses by the lagoon are made of woods, with each fitted with at least a pond. When the pond is harvested, it provides them additional funds to what they make daily, fishing in the ocean. The fishermen usually hit the waters from 5 p.m. and stay up till midnight or even later. They are currently getting prepared for the day's expedition, but they must first untangle their nets. Prt.4 has one of the oldest markets in Ekpe, which plays a very fundamental role in their life. It is the Oluwo market. Here, all trading activities are carried out by groups or individuals who come from various parts of the country. Business is a little bit slow today because it's a weekend. But a quick look around the market, you find all sorts of wild animals, including reptiles, on display. Local methods are still being employed here, which tend to affect the health and sight of the women. This calls for due attention and necessary upgrade to be accorded the market.
Now, we want that market to be developed, to become a modern market, because it's one of the Asian markets in this Ekpe generally.
There are many people come from outside to come and buy here. We want them to do this market for us like they do Badagry, because they have modernized Badagry now. So we want government to do that for us.
The quest for the people here to constantly reinvent themselves has brought about a new farming initiative known as Rice Come Fish. This is a growing of rice within a fish pond simultaneously. The project is still at the test phase, which, when successful, would be taught other members of the community. Fish production in Nigeria as at 2014 was put at 420,000 metric tons, while it is believed the country spent over 125 billion naira annually on importation of fish, which is a huge capital flight.
Fish, if you do it very well, if you do it accordingly, fish can give you at least 250% profit.
To shore up production level and stem our dependency on importation of fish, communities such as Prt.4 must be accorded due attention and encouraged to harness their huge potential so the people will continue to have cause to sing and dance. Chris Lems, Channels Television News.
In sports news, Nigeria's under-23 team has defeated the Democratic Republic of Congo 2-1 in the first leg qualifying game of the African Under-23 Championship in Port Harcourt this evening. Junior Ajayi scored both goals early in the second half. The first, a tap-in, and the second, a delightful team goal that he finished with a brilliant header from Daniel Eto'o's cross 6 minutes later. The Congolese team created several chances, and from one of such, Nkuku Miose slammed in a rebound from goalkeeper Emmanuel Daniel in the 66th minute. The return will be played in Prt.4 on August 2nd.
It has been long in coming. The fans have waited and cheered and waited. It made the Nigerian defender look rather clumsy there, but Nigeria again coming with another attack. A table still clinging to that ball. Nigeria looking good. Usman Mohammed finding a table with a through pass and an opportunity and a clean goal. Oh, easy does it. That was in style. Samson Siasia is delighted. The Nigerian fans are delighted. And of course the Nigerian bench, that was cooled it down.
Well, you can say junior doing senior things. This is absolutely fantastic from Nigeria going forward. Wonderful.
A good pass. Congo coming forward, looking dangerous, and that looks like, oh, it's really great goalkeeping, but in the end, it goes into the net, and the defense was a little bit lackadaisical there. Moise Nkoko puts Congo back in the game here, and well, their effort has paid off. After that first goal, they reacted, and they reacted.
Meanwhile, the Nigeria Professional Football League has recorded an impressive 19 away victories this season. Interestingly, Eyimba's 2-1 away win over Rangers on matchday 19 made it a memorable feat. Despite the victory, the Aba team are still second on the log, and that's because Sunshine Stars battled to a 2-1 win over Taraba FC to maintain their lead. Benga Ogumbote's Shooting Stars returned to winning ways, beating El Kanemi Warriors 2-1 in Ibadan, while Kwara United kept their fine form with a 3-1 victory over Giwa FC. Current champions Kano Pillars earned a vital point away from home after a hard-fought 3-all draw against Lobi Stars. And in other news, Germany says it is willing to consider debt relief for Greece as soon as the country is out of its current economic situation. The ray of hope was offered by German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who said she was open to discussing reduced interest rates and extended maturity dates. Germany happens to be the largest contributor to bailout for Greece and has been arguing, alongside the International Monetary Fund, for a restructuring of its €320 billion debt. Earlier today, Chancellor Merkel said following discussion on the latest bailout, there can now be discussions on the possibilities of reduction of debt. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today arrived in the United States to hold talks with his U.S. counterpart, Barack Obama. The talks, according to a White House statement, will center on tackling Boko Haram and repatriation of stolen assets and funds, among others. And the Department of State Service, the DSS, has explained its siege on the home of former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambo Dasuki, saying he's being questioned over issues bordering on treasonable felony. That's it on the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ivani. Good night.